Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your TWD Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This is going to be doing another character evolution video. This is going to be going over one of my absolute favorite characters of the Walking Dead comic book series. This is going to be for Comic Andrea. Okay guys, just going to be doing another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead. This is going to be doing our next character evolution video. This one's going to be talking about Comic Andrea from The Walking Dead comics. So this video was suggested by Rowdy, so definitely a very big thank you to Rowdy for suggesting this video. And this is one of my all-time favorite characters from The Walking Dead comics. So I was very happy when I got this suggestion because, and in my opinion personally, she is the second best Walking Dead female in the franchise. Yes, the franchise. So, and, you know, I know that's going to be a very, argumentative, kind of thought, but she is my second favorite female in the Walking Dead universe. I absolutely love everything that they did with her character all the way through in the comics, and I think that her evolution is one that's going to be very interesting. So, she, of course, is there from day one. During the camp days, of course, she does lose her sister, and we do have basically kind of our slow introduction to the character. She tries to learn how to shoot a gun, and we have all the stuff that kind of goes on through there. Now, I find when the character gets a lot of screen time is during the prison storyline. We do have her and Dale that get together in the comics, which is kind of a weird, a relationship idea. I never was a big fan of it personally. I just always found that so odd. And obviously in the main show, we didn't see that because the actor didn't want to stay. But in the comics, that's what they did. And it makes me wonder, were they going to do that in the TV show at some point? Like, I'm just like, man, I'm glad they didn't. Like, I'm really glad they didn't. So basically, in the prison storyline, we have her. She is kind of, one of the gang, one of the survivors. And of course, I want to talk about the iconic scene where you've got this guy, I think his name's Thomas or something. He literally attacks her with like a knife, I think. And she runs out, and you've got Rick that just beats the crap out of him. So I remember that from the comics very well, and I really like that scene. As I remember, you see that panel of like Rick with his hand. Man, that was an exciting moment. So the prisoners definitely caused some problems in the comics, and definitely I enjoyed that scene a lot. One of Andrea's biggest moments, I'd say, during the prison storyline, and I really liked it. They go to Woodbury, of course. They got like the riot gear on and all that kind of stuff. And we do have the first introduction to the governor. I remember Andrea, is kind of there for that. And, you see what I mean? You see how different Andrea is in the comic. Like, Andrea is amazing in the comic. Like, you've got all this stuff she's doing. She's with the prison group. She never gets separated. They don't need to do any of that stuff. She's just one of the gang, and in my opinion, like the toughest female they've got. So that's just really, really cool. So basically, during the prison storyline, we got a lot of this stuff that kind of plays through. We do have a few things with Andrea here and there, but nothing too major. And then I remember during the Made to Suffer storyline, when the prison was on its way out, I remember during the battle, I know Andrea was up there with the sniper rifle and she was kind of firing down at the governor and them, but I remember she gets grazed, right? I remember that one panel from the comics where you see her like this, and you see her get shot. I'm sure you guys remember what I'm talking about. It's like from issue like 46, 47, something like that. Correct me in the comments if you guys know which one it is. But I remember there was like a single issue cover where you see her like getting grazed. And yeah, man, that was a crazy one, because I remember I saw that. I'm like, what? She dies? Like, So I'm happy that didn't happen, because that would have been really soon for her character. Now, obviously they get separated after the prison. They go to the farm. You got all that stuff that plays through, and we got the Hunter storyline. Now, I will say one thing about this. This was a major ending to the Dale character compared to the actual TV show version. They basically have the Bob death for him, in the comics, but this is the original version. And Andrea is kind of like the Sasha for this, if you guys want to kind of make a comparison. And I'll say I like the comic version of this better when it comes to the characters. The way they did the scary element, I like it better in the TV show. But in terms of the comic, in terms of the characters, I care more about Dale and Andrea than I did for Sasha and Bob, I'll just say. So I like that aspect of things a lot better, I'll just say. And I would have been actually okay if this was Dale's death in the TV show as well, too. But Andrea, obviously, that is really hard on her. And, of course, Dale was bit beforehand, so that's it. It's tainted meat, right? But yeah, so we had the death of Dale in the Walking Dead comics. Really crazy moment for the Andrea character, and definitely just as a reader, I remember I'm like, wow, so that's the death of Dale. Because obviously at this time, I already saw the TV show death of this, so I was still kind of wondering, like, what are they going to do? What are they going to do with this character? And then, bam, okay, he's missing the leg, and bam, he's dead. So, all right, never mind. So, I'll say one thing about Dale's death, though. I did like it. I did like how they did it in the comics, and for Andrea, it was a big moment. Now, obviously, we have Alexandria, which is another great storyline in the Walking Dead comics. However, we do have the No Way Out storyline. We have a lot of that stuff that kind of plays out. And, of course, during this time, this is around the time that we see Andrea form a relationship with Rick in the comics. So, I really like this when they did this in the comic because I feel like it fits, you know, in the comic. And I'll be straight up honest with you guys. This might be controversial. I'm sure I'm going to get, you know, some people being like, what? Are you serious? I actually do like Rick and Andrea in the comics better than the Rochon relationship in the show. I know. I don't know. I like how they did it in the comic. I really do. In the TV show, I do like Rochon. I don't think it's as strong of a relationship as the Rick and Andrea one. The Rick and Andrea one in the comic, I actually was a really big fan of. And when it happened, I really enjoyed it. I really did. I remember it's from this volume, We Find Ourselves, which, by the way, guys, let's take a quick second to look at this cover art. I absolutely love this. You know, you got the characters in the snow and stuff like that. But if we go to the end right here, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. It's really, it's actually a cool moment in the comic, because you got Rick right here. This is after he shaves and stuff in Alexandria, if you're wondering, like, where's the beard? But there's Rick in the comic, and then if I flip the page, yeah, there it goes. So look at that. Yeah, so that's Rick and Andrea in the comic. So that's kind of like their first scene together, and you know, that's basically the start of the relationship. So in the comics, I really do like it, and in the TV show with Rochon, it was good. I like that in the comic a little bit better, I'll be honest. So we got the, you know, Negan storyline that comes up. You know, we got the hilltop, we got all this kind of stuff that starts, and I really do like kind of the part in the you know, comic where you've got Andrea and them, and I remember, you know, they're kind of like they're making the plan in Hilltop, and Jesus is like, well, you know, this Negan guy, you know, this and that. And I remember Andrea's like there for that. Like, I don't know, that's really cool. And in the Negan storyline, obviously we have the introduction, we have the issue 100 moment, the, you know, Glenn death, and I don't know, I remember in the comics too, because I believe, wasn't Andrea there in the comic? I'm going to have to go back and check. I'm not 100% sure about that, but somebody let me know in the comments, because I feel like she was, but I don't remember too much of her. But I thought I saw her there in the comic. But I remember the lineup in the comics. It wasn't as big as it was in the TV show, but man, the impact was still there. I mean, oh my god, it was still there. We got Negan, his introduction. The Glenn death was so brutal in the comic, the way they did it. But such a crazy scene, such a memorable moment. And then basically we get Andrea taking kind of that sniper role. We got her, you know, in the tower a lot. We got, you know, that whole thing. And I remember during the March to War storyline, we've got that fight between her and that guy, which, amazing how they did that. The fight with that guy, compared to the Michonne and that dumpster lady, I'm just like, oh my goodness, man, like, they improved that a lot in the comic, and in the TV show, I don't know what they did. So I like that scene. Andrea does get almost killed, but of course she manages to, you know, fight back. But man, that was just a crazy moment. I remember that when the war was kind of getting started with Negan and them. That moment, I did think for a second, I'm like, are they going to kill Andrea? Like, I seriously was thinking that. So we got the All Out War storyline. I really like All Out War. Andrea in All Out War. I remember she's not in it all that much because of how injured she was, but I remember in like the back half of All Out War, I remember she was there a lot. In volume like 21, I remember I saw a lot of you know, a lot of her character around then. And then we got the big time skip. So we skip like 2 years, I think, like about 2 years, and then Andrea has a new look. You know, Carl kind of considers Andrea mom, which is kind of cool. I remember I remember I really liked that when they had that in the comic. And then you've got Andrea and Rick. Rick is a bit older now in the comics as well, too. He's got, like, the shaved head, the long beard, if you guys remember, kind of like what Aaron looks like in the TV show right now. And I really do like what they do with Andrea in the comic, how they do have her be kind of a mom, you know, for Carl and for the others. And I really do like her look, you know, with the hat and stuff like that. I remember during this time in the comic, though, we did see Andrea, but I remember she wasn't as much of a focus as she was during the All Out War storyline or the Hunter storyline or stuff like that. So I'm not going to go over too much here, but I will say I did like her around this time in the comic. I do remember that she's there to experience the Pikes, and a lot of that, you know, stuff like that. So we got the Whisper War, we got them kind of fighting back against Alpha during the comic arc, and, you know, Carl and all that good stuff. We got the Destruction of Hilltop, and then we got the Zombie Herd. So yeah, guys, it's time to talk about the, just, man, what a just crazy moment in the comics. So, Andrea is bit, and, you know, obviously this is the end of the character, as Rick, you know, and Rick can't even put her down, which is just crazy. You know, she turns, and then it has to happen, and I'm just like, oh, man. So that was a moment in the comic I was in shock. And I remember I did a review of that single issue. And if you guys want to see my review of that single issue, it's in the channel in a playlist. Maybe I'll try to find it and link it in the description or something like that. But it was a good few years ago. I reviewed The Walking Dead, issue 167. And I was just like, I didn't even know what to do. Like, I'm like, are you kidding me right now? So they've just killed, like, one of the biggest characters in the franchise like that. I don't know, that still just kind of gets me, because I'm like, man, that death, within, like, a couple years, you have Rick's death and you have Andrea's death. Like, wow, I don't know. So that's my thoughts on Andrea's character, okay? I love her journey. I love her evolution. There's literally almost nothing I can complain about. Maybe the only thing I can complain about is that she's in a relationship with Dale, which I wasn't the biggest fan of the relationship part of things, but that's nothing against the character, I don't think. I still think that she's a fantastic character. Everything she does is amazing, to me at least, as a reader, and I would actually say that Andrea is one of the best female characters in the Walking Dead franchise. So let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think about her character? I definitely want to hear that from you guys in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my Walking Dead videos. Follow me on Walking Reviews, subscribe, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.